We need to be lovely. And I mean that in both a male and female sense. We know what a lovely female is. She looks beautiful and she's loving and kind and graceful and sweet and just an absolute delight, joy. We're less clear what a lovely man is. But he too is kind, loving, faithful and true, protective and providing and utterly dependable, deep loving, sincerity of loving, of caring for your person, of seeing his children as himself, his sons as himself, and his daughters as the loveliness of the woman he's married to. Do you see a man can be lovely too? Our society has tried to strip him of that. And there's a great rebellion among women in the 21st century that's started way back at the beginning of the 20th century. A rebellion against the way women have been stripped of their competence in loving, their competence in creating and in understanding and in knowing. That those things had been appropriated by the male side. Well, at the beginning of the 21st century, I would like to herald the rebellion of men against being stripped of their true right to be understood as deeply loving, deeply caring. The way I sort of speak of it is that the man's occupation has so often been the unlovely one, doing the dirty work, the dangerous work, the high risk work. Work that's not held in high esteem and high regard, but without which your society would vanish in no time at all. And I want men to get back their loving reputation, their reputation for loving. Husbands, love your wives. They do. Even when she treats him badly. They do what they can to remain faithful. A good husband does. Does what he can to carry on even without her love. To carry on sustaining and upholding and providing for love's sake. I want men to get back their image of love, just as I want women to have their fullness of loving both in the way that the man does as well as the woman does. I want them both to be as the angels of heaven, that every person freely examples the wonderful qualities of both male and female. It's reflected in what increasingly in the West is becoming political correctness of fudging the distinction between male and female. Well, I think that's going to be difficult for society to manage. But I'd like to recognize it as a trace of what's going on in the spiritual. That we're trying to recognize the full character, the full spirituality of both the male and the female. That we're no good without the other half, the other way of expressing all that we value. May we truly love and care and respect and revere each other in the nicest way, in the best way. May we be as the angels of God in heaven. In our purity of being. In his service, I think I mean to say. In loving God and all that he loves. Thank you, Dad.